Well, hello there, partner. Go on and hang up your hat, grab yourself a whiskey, and pull up in the easy chair. We're coming off the range of 9 to 5s with a whole herd of news stories that we've been steaming over like a cow patty in the Texas heat. As they say, the chickens are finally coming home to roost. And we're here to ruffle some feathers and ensure accountability ain't just a concept, it's reality. It's that time where the day's drama casts its longest shadow. So let's light a candle to the chaos of current events, the whirlwind of politics, and the tangled webs of corruption that we find ourselves entwined by. It's time to ramble our way into the twilight. Welcome to Sunset Rants.
Brian's no audio.
So again, no audio?
No audio, sorry.
Oh, okay, well, we'll fix that later. Let's go ahead and let's get everybody up. And,
We are off, Brian.
Very good.
We're professionals, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, how's it going? So we're sorry about the kind of late start, lads and ladies.
Let me see if I can.
Brian, you want to take it?
Hold on. Let me see if I can fix that.
Just give us a few moments, everybody. We'll be right with you.
Go reduce. Recording. Hi. General.
Thanks, Crimson.
Where the heck is it? Yeah, I know. Hold on. I know what it is. I have to, when I present, I go to share screen, picking this window right here, share audio, share a tab or a screen instead. Really?
Don't worry. As our resident veteran, we'll give you some leeway today, as you should have.
Okay. There we go. Hit play.
My ears got me thirsty though. Ooh, good gushing. You done got me buzzing. Nothing is about like an arrogant twat balling on TikTok. Raise a shot. Oh, I've been sipping. Nothing satisfies like the taste of the glass. They're flipping, tripping, quenching my soul, but I never get full. Bottomless glass, no empty cups. Bathe in the rain of pretentious fucks who don't listen. I descend, pour me another Harry Sisson. I'm sipping.
Oh my God.
Lunch, fresh tears to wash down my lunch. Sanctimonious fruit punch. Lap up the juice of entitled country. Hate them bitches. Drink it like fishes. Delicious. One of my favorite dishes. True chemo wishes. Grinning like Ulysses. Maga back in business. Oh, I've been sipping. Nothing satisfies like the taste.
All right. So,
that was something.
Thank you, TikTok creators.
yeah. So we'll just go ahead and
That was great.
do that. So what is up, everybody? Rome was running a little late tonight. I'm Brian. He's Treebeard. We're two of the monkeys behind the scenes that put the show together every evening.
Yes.
And we've
Both
got
brain cells right now are firing on full blast.
Hey.
What's that?
Hey.
Both brain cells behind this operation are firing on full cylinders today.
Oh yeah.
That's right,
Oh, yeah.
Crimson. America is back, baby. Let's go.
All right. So really, our first story of the evening. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. the shilling part. I wrote the outline. I forgot the most important part. You want to talk about that there, Treebeard?
Yeah, so if you haven't already, lads and ladies, please check out all our content at riseofmillamerica.com, and you can get all our content as well as a link to our Discord right here. And it'll take you to our Discord, and then you'll be able to talk to all of us. And we're all usually hanging out there all hours of the day, especially
All
on
the time.
my side of the pond.
Yeah.
So there's always someone on for you to banter off of and get based with.
Absolutely.
As I mentioned before, all our videos that I have lovingly curated and did not, rip off someone else are right here. And all the finest work a free labor intern can do right now here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't even the best for you. And like I said, we're live on Rumble, YouTube, and X, so you can get the podcast there whenever. Except for every Friday with Faffle Fridays, we have a stream purely for X. And
Too
if you want to
spicy
know
for
why,
the others.
yeah, tune in. You'll see for yourself.
Yeah.
Here's our host. Here's our missing in action, Roma.
Hey, Roma.
Scrap. Here's Brian, our current host for tonight. Fluffy, the one and only Biddy. And then myself, who looks like I'm missing on the side of a milk carton. And if you want to help us, you could please make a monetary contribution at the very bottom of this page. Everything you do goes a long way. Everything you give us is going right back into the channel to make sure we keep this operation going and growing. But that's all about it for tonight. So please like, comment, subscribe, and check the website when you can. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Just giving you a preview of our first story tonight. Yes, we will get into the veteran stuff, but really important story tonight. And this is control of the United States Senate and who's going to be in charge. Trump issues demands the Senate leadership race. Next Senate leader must commit to resource appointments and block last-minute Democrat judges before Inauguration Day. Okay, so we all know about these demands, right? We've been sharing this stuff back and forth with each other on Twitter.
Yes, all of us. But some of the audience might not know. So could you explain it to them, please?
Oh, yeah, you're right. So basically, Turtle Man, Mitch McConnell is resigning as the Republican leader, the Republican Senate leader. They're supposed to be in a meeting and an election, I think, on Wednesday.
Yep.
To choose the new majority leader. Now, 3 people have stepped up. 3 senators have stepped up, threw their name in the hat for it. They were John Thune from, I think he's South Dakota, John Cornyn from Texas, and Rick Scott from Florida.
Yep.
Of the 3, Rick Scott is the least bad choice. But there has been a leaked memo, and I don't know how true. I mean, I don't know how this is how much
accurate
truth
or not.
How accurate it is. But there has been an online campaign many of us participated in, calling Republican senators and urging them to support Rick Scott.
Yep.
So, anywho, and speaking of Rick Scott, got another one to bring up.
Yeah, I saw Senator Kennedy. He went, I think it was on Fox maybe, where he was talking about that it was leaked, and he's like, we didn't even vote yet, and this is not accurate and all this other kind of stuff. But regardless or not, as you were saying, Brian, like everybody is mobilized. Everybody was calling their senators, making sure they understood that we don't want Corin or Turn. So either way, at least they know what the people want.
And speaking of, because it's Veterans Day, here is Senator Scott Smith.
A veteran and the son of a World War II veteran, I know firsthand the sacrifices made by our brave men and women in uniform and their families. Today, I want to wish the incredible veterans across Florida and nationwide a happy Veterans Day. American veterans are heroes who willingly risk their lives to protect our freedoms and fight for our God-given rights. For that, we owe them endless gratitude. Thank you to all who have served, and God bless.
All right.
Amen. Amen. Yes, thank you to all our veterans, our men and women. As I said before we came on, I'm starting to just feel like thank you is just not enough. It's just
Right.
not. But, we're going to say it anyway. And as I said, we have our resident veteran here with us on the panel today, Brian. I want to thank you, sir.
Oh,
Truly.
you're quite welcome. My brother called me to thank me for my service today or yesterday, and I just told him, there's no reason to thank me. I just followed a call.
I know. It's kind of like, all of us that didn't serve, either couldn't or didn't. We don't, like I said, we don't know how else to show our gratitude, because it's so much that everyone has done, so that's just like, we like, thank you, it's like the only thing that we can say.
Yeah, so here's a popular podcaster interviewing a World War II Marine Corps veteran. I'll just play it for you.
Okay.
How old were you when World War II started?
How old? When the war started? 16 years old.
16 years old.
16, yes. And I'll never forget what really stimulated me. It was the 8th of December, one day after Pearl Harbor. And it was cold, 8 degrees below in Detroit. And we were sitting in an old car listening to the big bands where we were wrapped up in a blanket. We had caps and jackets on. And then all of a sudden the announcer comes on. He said, "Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this broadcast. The President of the United States will address the nation." And on came Roosevelt, our hero. He led us through the war, and we beat the enemy. And this is what he said: "We shall gain triumphant victory, so help us God." As soon as that was over with, I said to my two buddies, I said, "Tomorrow morning, I'm skipping school. I'm going down and join the Marine Corps." And they said, "You can't. You got to be 17 years old, and you have to have your mother and dad's signature." Well, I can get them both. I only got 6 months to go.
What an incredible story of, patriotism.
Yes, bless that man, Crimson. I just want to say I've seen so many videos throughout the times, when that we had to deal with over the past 4 years, and of just these men that served crying their eyes out, watching how this country, like everything that was going on in this country. And I just think it's so beautiful that we're finally on the up and up now. We finally have a chance to take this country back. And just seeing that man just reminds me that the men that are still around from that era, that they can see this, that they can see the turnaround. I think it's just so beautiful.
It is. Praise God for men like that. There's not many of them left. The World War II Korean generation.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to believe that veterans have passed on from heaven are looking down with pride at the way this election turned out. But, speaking of looking down, I took a peek. Guys, it looks like hell might be freezing over.
Oh, goodness.
Check out this story from the Post-Millennial. Let's see.
There's just been way too much winning, man. It's like,
I
don't know what to do with myself.
Let me get it pulled up here for you guys. What? Hate it when it does that.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what Crimson said.
I have both. In there. Hold on.
No, take your time. I have both grandfathers served in World War II. My father was in Desert Storm.
I previewed that damn tab.
No worries. Take your time, Brian. My husband and his best friend served in Iraq. Thank you to those men. Thank you to your grandpops and to your father, love.
Here it is.
It would be nice if if they make Veterans Day a national holiday.
I'm surprised they haven't already.
I know. I posted it in my chat and at work. I was like, because a lot of people just assumed that we were closed. And I was just like, make it a national holiday. All right.
Okay, so are we up? Yeah, we're up. So from the post-millennial, you have New York Dem Governor Kathy Hochul says she's open to working with Donald Trump after a cordial phone call. Governor Kathy Hochul, DNY, and President-elect Donald Trump talked on Thursday, and the two New Yorkers are getting along just fine after a phone call, despite Hochul saying Trump voters were anti-women and anti-American just last week. It's debatable whether the newfound cooperation can encompass more than just two infrastructure grants, especially after New York Attorney General Letitia James promised to fight back once again against the Trump administration, and that just as a Trump as a private citizen. It's a very cordial call, and listen, I'll work with anybody, Hochul said to Puerto Rico Friday, according to Politico. What the hell is she doing down in Puerto Rico? She said the phone call was just basic political goodwill. She basically just reaffirmed areas we can work together, like infrastructure, where we rely on federal money. We seem to share my priorities. So I think what's going on here is the Democrat governors, they've woken up, that they face the reality.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be the president again. We got to work with this guy.
That's right. That's right.
He needs to work with me,
Hallelujah.
too.
Hey! The man with the master plan.
Man, the myth, the legend. He is back. What's going on, Brian? You been doing us well? Doing us well while during my my small little departure there?
Yeah,
actually, no, I'm on the struggle bus, so I'm not going to lie.
The struggle bus.
Well, you'll probably struggle a little bit more because I still have to pull up my notes. So whatever you got, or what I'll do is I'll just go off of what you say, and then we'll just go from there.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm checking my notes now.
Reaction content, I like it.
Where I was gonna. Oh yeah, so really got to see. I mean, if Hochul really wants to extend an olive branch, she's got to get Tish James and Alvin Bragg off
in order. Yeah, absolutely, because they're just trying to save face at this point. I won't even call it grasping for straws because they don't have any straws to grasp on. I think they're really just trying to save face because they're looking like highly stupid at this time, especially since like a lot of those convictions are being thrown out. A lot of those cases are going away.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they got to know it's over.
I mean, speaking of olive branches, this is either the biggest olive branch I've ever seen from Donald Trump, or it's the most epic troll of all fucking time. I am very surprised the Democrats, who fought hard and valiant through the 2020 presidential election, raising a record number of money, didn't have lots of dollars left over. Now they're being squeezed by vendors and others. Whatever we can do to help them during this difficult period, I would strongly recommend we, as a party and for the sake of the desperately needed unity, do. We have a lot of money left over in that our biggest asset in campaign was earned media, and that doesn't cost very much. Make America great again.
Yes. I think it's like, olive branch, yes, but I think it's also troll, and I'm happy with both.
They could have gladly given me some of that money.
Right.
I could have made this campaign go way further than anything that they've got going on. Because I mean, just look at all of the Hollywood elites and all of the musicians and the performers that they had to pay at every single event. It didn't even work.
Yeah.
It didn't even work.
Just people showed up, and then as soon as the concert was over, they left.
Yeah. Well, not just that, but why? There's nothing there there's nothing that they could say that they can provide to the American people. So what exactly? So now you've got 10,000, 15,000 people in this arena saying, "Oh, I got to see Beyonce. I got to see whoever." But the reality is, the people that didn't show up, they're the ones that had. They're the ones that are struggling. They're the ones that are that can't afford to go to one of these concerts or couldn't even afford to go to the rally.
Right.
And-
And they
So-
kind of shot themselves in the foot too, the celebrities, because a lot of people that I'm noticing, people like young people, you know, young adults and whatnot, they're making content saying you guys have no influence anymore. Like it just reaffirms that they don't have any influence. And then Beyonce came out and said, "Oh, I'm not going to perform in any red states," and people are like, "And
Okay.
like,
Okay.
We accept those terms.
exactly." So
Oh goodness. So what do we got? The
Guys point out this the irony that like Kamala, like what do you offer? Bread and circuses. The thing that fucking ended the Roman Empire. That's what they offer to people for once in history. Said, no, that makes no sense. We want an actual economy. Like,
right.
it's so strange. You know, like, yeah, because like they're like, what do you have? We'll bust you out here. We'll give you pizza and here's a concert. Go for us. Like what
a
else?
pizza party.
Yep.
Just like some bosses do. I'm just kidding. But,
Yeah, some bosses, not this one.
all right.
Let me
So
buy you a fucking bottle of whiskey.
tell me about it. So what else we got here? Hold on. I'm slowly but surely getting together, as you guys know. Unlike, Kamala Harris and everybody that went to that rally, I also work. So
Right.
I have to.
Let's see.
Open up what
The
we
next
got.
next one.
Yeah, it's just really wild. I just love it because they just keep digging themselves. Like the more that they double down on this stuff, the more people start to realize how they're not on everyone else's side.
Mhm.
And and my whole thing is, if you feel that passionately about this candidate, right? Like you're saying that it's like life or death. If you don't vote for Kamala, it's going to be the end of everything. Women are going to lose all their rights, like all this stuff, right? But then the only way you show up is if you get millions and millions of dollars.
Right.
Like how does that even make sense? And you're talking about people out there that don't have money, right? You're trying to appeal to people, and you're just throwing like $10 million at somebody who's a billionaire. Like you're basically just saying you're part of the elite class. You're not for the working families. You're actually part of that crew, the crew that the big club, and you ain't in it. Like with dude said, yeah, exactly. Like,
let's go.
Yeah.
I knew we had to have at least a mention of him at some point.
Oh, you gotta.
But yeah, so Brian, what else you got for us here?
Okay, this next one is gonna really piss you off. There's mucho shenanigans going on in North Carolina, and I promised Crimson we'd do this story. So this comes from Wall Street Apes. Well, this man is still on the ground in North Carolina after Hurricane Helene. He's talking to victims, and they're having their land purchased out from under them for $2,500. He says it's definitely a land grab for lithium quartz mining. Buying land wholesale everywhere, not just Trinity Rock, not just Spruce Pine, not just where the mine is going to be. They're buying it up in Burnsville, they're buying it up in Waynesville, everywhere where somebody lost their entire home. The government is confiscating land and giving them a $2,500 check. It's a statewide land grab, and the local news just reported that Governor Roy, good old Democrat, Governor Roy, decided they're going to buy up whole communities that were devastated. This video is full of some of the most insane firsthand information I've heard about what's going on in North Carolina. There's so much talked about all of it. It's true. It's a crime of the century. I'll play a few minutes of this video for you guys.
Okay.
Come down to work. But the evidence that I found as I was interviewing people was quite shocking. It's not just a land grab. I know
There's not much I can do about
it. Here, flip it over to me. Give me a second. I'll pull it up. Nope.
Okay.
Wrong button.
Just like they're saying everywhere now, we're the media now. Like everybody on the ground, just like whatever you're seeing.
Down to work. But the evidence that I found as I was interviewing
that's much better.
Was quite shocking. It's not just a land grab. I know we've heard the term land grab with Chimney Rock, Spruce Pine, Black Mountain, and what they're doing with Albemarle, but it's way.
I'm still having to bring my
more
volume up on my
nefarious
PC to
than
hear
we could
it.
have ever thought, to the point where I had to tell you, leaving here today, before I left, what really is going on. So it's not just those areas where they have completely collapsed those communities in order for the government to come in and then put their lithium mine and then do their quartz mine as well. For those who don't know, North Carolina houses the largest amount of lithium, which is what is used to do the battery operated cars. And because electric cars are going to be the wave of the future, they know this. And it's not just that, it's all batteries, and they use lithium for other things. But there's quartz up here. It's the largest amount of quartz mineral rights up here in all the world. The entire world. It's shocking that we would house that much of that mineral there. But they use the quartz for the little computer chips, which are used all over the globe. So we're wanting to bolster our chip production here. That's been a big thing in government talking about that because our deals across the sea is not working out. So we are wanting to do the manufacturing of chips here in America.
Oh, you mean like Afghanistan?
Carolina houses the largest
Yeah.
amount of quartz. So you can kind of see why the government is interested in places like Chimney Rock, Spruce Pine, Black Mountain, Lake Lure, all those areas, because that's where the mine is. So with that being said, for those who don't know, that's what it is. There was a $90 billion plan put into place by Albemarle. Their corporation office, the main corporate office, is in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, Albemarle is an energy company. That's what they do. They dig, they drill mines and everything.
And not to mention that, but there's a huge tech sector in North Carolina right now.
Yes.
Because if you really think, because they have the tech, the areas that are growing, like Raleigh, Durham, small portions of Charlotte, and I think there's one. I think Asheville was the other, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So when you think about, things that have to do with lithium and with tech and things like that, why do you think all those people are moving there? Why do you think all those businesses are moving there? It's kind of the same thing that happened to Austin, in a way.
Yeah.
Over the last 20 years.
The way the tech industry blew up around Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything surrounds their company, and their mission is energy production. So they did a $90 billion deal with the government. Douglas Emhoff, the husband of Kamala Harris, is in fact one of the top investors. They are run by BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street. Okay, those are asset managers here in America. And they are going to make, when they put the lithium mine in Chimney Rock, $120 billion. That's what they projected on their website. Okay, the data, the evidence is all on their website. All you got to do is a little bit of research. Okay, so I'm not telling you some sort of conspiracy theory. It's a real conspiracy. So with them clearing out Chimney Rock, we couldn't even get to Chimney Rock. They have blocked off, the government has blocked off all the main roads leading into Chimney Rock. So we couldn't even go and look. But we went to places like Swannanoa and all the other places. We've already talked about on some of my lives about weather modification, so I don't need to go into the details of that. But some of the news of people who lost everything in Burnsville, people who lost everything in Swannanoa, was this. Listen to this. The government has come in, and they've offered them money for their land. $2,500 per person, to be exact. They will not allow these.
I'm sorry. Say that again?
Come in, and they've offered them money for their land. $2,500 per person.
Little crumb.
Mm-hmm. Little crumbs.
Now,
Mineral
my mind serves
way
me.
more valuable than that.
If my mind serves me correctly, I think I've got like a quarter-acre plot. And just a plot alone is worth about $40,000. That's without the house.
That's insane.
$2,500, and there's nobody to complain to either. Like, who exactly are you supposed to go to say, I'm sorry, but the last time that I had my assessment said that my land was worth, $50,000. Who exactly are you supposed to complain to? Who, what lawyer are you supposed to call in a situation like this where probably if you had any information or any paperwork, it probably got washed away during the storm?
Yeah.
So who are you supposed to call to fix this problem?
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. And Crimson actually pointed out in the chat they're also trying to bulldoze as quick as possible to keep people from filing life insurance claims on lost loved ones. That's insane.
We need to do, Brian, we need to do an episode on North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this deserves, right?
Yeah, and get some updates on what's going on there. And possibly, let's see if we could find one of those helicopter guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just throw it on the back notes. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
And try to get in and see what's really going on in that area, because I mean it's clear that it's not just a land grab. It's they have motivation.
Yep.
They have motivation to get in there and to take that land. But where was this motivation 4 years ago? Where was it?
Right?
They had to get their ducks in a row.
They had to get, their ducks in a row. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's move on to the last story here. Now, I'm guessing that this was supposed to be sort of like a white pill.
Gosh, I hope so.
Yeah.
All right, give me a second. I'm gonna pull it up. Doo. Speaking of veterans, this is from Benny Johnson.
Oh.
You won't have a dry eye after watching this 101-year-old veteran break down into utter tears of joy as he meets his great-great-granddaughter. This is the only wealth that matters.
Amen.
You ready, Duty?
Yeah.
She's over here to the right.
Look
here at me.
Sweetie, what in the world are you doing? You got the kiss, sweetie. Oh, is it? My goodness alive. Oh, goodness. Oh, isn't she pretty? Oh, baby. Baby.
Oh my goodness.
That little peanut. Oh my goodness. What a blessing, man.
That's what it's all about.
That's it right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what is it that they say that today is for the ones that served, and Memorial Day is for the ones that have fallen?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I want to talk about my stepmother. My stepmother did 24 years in the Air Force.
Wow.
Yeah, started in 93 and ended in, 2017. Yeah, she actually posted on Facebook. She posted her first day and then posted her last day.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. So it was, and I remember her telling me, she was like, I didn't want to leave, but she knew that it was time for a next chapter in her life.
Yep.
Yeah, she did an entire tour in Iraq by herself. That was nerve-wracking for all of us. And she worked on what is it in Colorado Springs? That's the Air Force Academy.
Yes.
Yeah, she was a professor at the Air Force Academy. And she also had worked over here in Maryland as, I don't know specifically what she did here, but she worked on Andrews Air Force Base. So she did a lot of things, and then ended her career in the Pentagon. So, I want to thank her for her service in the time that she did, and especially in the beginning when she raised me a little bit, just for a little bit of time, but she did.
Is it safe to say she's your favorite aunt? Do you want to say?
Favorite one? Oh no!
We don't want to start that.
You are not getting me thrown out of Thanksgiving. All right?
You know what?
think so.
You know what I noticed? My brother was in the Navy. I forgot how long. I think maybe 6 years. Don't quote me on it. But anyway, my whole point is when you were saying like the picture, the side by side of the first day and the last day. What I noticed about him is that he was more like shoulders back, stand up straight. Like his posture looked way different. Yeah, when he came home. Yeah.
She's
Like I was like, did you get taller? Like,
yeah, she's the one that taught me how to stand up straight. You know, and that attention or whatnot. Because I was always standing with my back like this, and she's like, "That's how you're supposed to stand."
I know I have a real posture problem. I'm always like sunk in. I gotta like stand up straight. But yeah, wow, so amazing.
Absolutely. But yeah, so Brian, did you have anything else for today's episode?
No, I just throw out there all my brothers and sisters who served. Enjoy your day today. You've earned it.
Absolutely.
And enjoy that free steak from Applebee's. And
yes.
That's what's up. Let me find out Applebee's is based. What?
Yeah. Well, like I said, guys, I mean, sorry about the late entry. I actually do have a life outside of here. And, you know, and
they were holding you hostage.
Yes, they were holding me hostage. But just like that, you know, I've got a network of people here that are willing to jump in at a moment's notice to make these shows happen. So I definitely want to thank them for helping me out. I definitely want to thank anyone that has served. You see, I'm representing today. Wore this hat all day at work today. I dare my job to say something about it, but
especially not these days. Trump is up.
Yeah, right. But anyways, if you guys don't have anything else there, I would thank you guys for watching, and please join the Discord. That's where all the fireworks are happening.
Yes.
You know? So if you're looking to be an on-air host or a producer doing stuff behind the scenes, researcher, or even if you have a little bit of talent with engineering, you know, coming up with templates and things like that, this is the place to be, because you're never going to find a place you can come in and volunteer to be on production.
Right.
It's going to be a point in time where that's going to close, and then I'm not going to charge you. But anyways, yeah, definitely join Discord. Go over to our website, riseofmiddleamerica.com, which I should have had ready, but of course I just got here.
Get that sexy website up, man.
There we go. Yeah, I love these colors. Riseofmiddleamerica.com. This is we get the latest news, rants, and deep dives to get you ready at sunset to see our pretty faces right there. But yeah, but also you can help us out and keep us going by pledging a monetary contribution down here at the bottom. There's the PayPal link, and 100% of that goes directly back into this this business. So, yeah,
I need beer money.
Beer money. Yep, and Treebeard needs whiskey money. But thank you guys so much for coming in, and also we've got a lot of stuff happening over the next couple of weeks.
Oh my goodness!
A lot of stuff, a lot of different. I'm not even going to say who's going to be on the show, but you guys are going to love it.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah,
It's
keep those notification bells on.
Exactly. So hit that notification. You can follow me on X at @therealroma_AK. That's Brian Tidwell 1. That's Elizabeth 213A. This is Sunset Rants signing out. Peace.
Bye.
Oh.